The stars stretched endlessly around the derelict alien ship. It drifted silently in the void, a ghostly silhouette against the distant glow of a nebula. Alex, a human engineer known for his curiosity and boldness, floated in his small ship, staring at the vessel. He had found it months ago in a rarely traveled sector, and now he finally had the chance to investigate it. The ship looked old, its hull scarred from battles and years of drifting in space, but even with damage, there was something mesmerizing about it. The lines of its design were not like any human craft. They were sleek, almost organic. Alex's pulse quickened. This was the kind of challenge he lived for. He docked his small shuttle, attaching magnetic clamps to the alien hull. The airlock hissed as he entered the ship's interior, carrying a toolkit and his portable power unit. The corridor was dim, with soft, pulsating lights running along the walls. Strange symbols glowed faintly in blue and green. He didn't understand them, but they gave the ship an eerie beauty. "All right, old girl," he muttered, speaking to the ship as if it could hear him. "Let's see what you've got." Alex had a plan. He wanted to turn part of the ship into a mobile workshop. He had been dreaming about combining human tools with alien tech, and this vessel offered the perfect opportunity. The main chamber was large, almost cathedral-like, with high ceilings and strange machinery lining the walls. He started by setting up his human workbenches, connecting his power tools to the ship's energy grid. Surprisingly, the ship's systems provided energy without resistance. It seemed almost welcoming. Alex chuckled. "Maybe you just like humans after all." He began experimenting, repairing broken panels, and integrating human instruments with alien devices. Some tools hummed with alien energy, glowing softly in response to his touch. Every time he connected a new tool, the ship seemed to react. A panel would flicker, or a soft hum would ripple through the floor. It was subtle, but it made Alex's heart race. As he worked, he noticed small compartments opening by themselves. A drawer here, a panel there. At first, he thought it was a malfunction, but the more he explored, the more he realized that the ship was watching him, or at least testing him. He approached a console that had been dormant, its surface smooth and reflective. When he touched it, alien symbols flashed and shifted. Alex frowned. "All right. I don't speak alien. But maybe we can be friends anyway." Using his engineering skills, he started pressing patterns, twisting knobs, and connecting circuits in ways that made sense to him. Slowly, the symbols rearranged themselves into shapes he could recognize. Lines, numbers, even something like a map of the ship. Alex realized the ship's interface responded to logic and creativity. It wasn't just a machine, it was intelligent. Hours passed. Alex was so absorbed that he barely noticed the lights dimming and brightening in sequences. Then, while working on a section near the ship's rear, he accidentally triggered a hidden mechanism. A panel slid open silently, revealing a small compartment lined with glowing symbols. Inside, there was a cylindrical object, smooth and metallic, with more alien inscriptions etched onto its surface. Alex's breath caught. "What do we have here?" He carefully removed the object, holding it up to the lights. The symbols shifted and shimmered, almost as if they were alive. He tried to make sense of them, using his knowledge of alien tech from previous expeditions. But these were different, more complex. The patterns seemed to react to his thoughts. "Looks like you're hiding something," Alex said, his voice echoing slightly in the chamber. "And I intend to find out what it is." He spent the next few hours examining the cylinder. It had a small interface, a touch-sensitive surface that displayed glowing symbols when pressed. Alex experimented with different sequences, testing the response of the alien interface. Each attempt triggered subtle changes in the ship. Lights flickered. A soft hum resonated through the walls, and sometimes the floor vibrated gently. It was exciting and unnerving. He was dealing with technology far beyond human understanding. Yet his human intuition allowed him to make small breakthroughs. Suddenly, a panel on the wall lit up completely, displaying a holographic interface he had never seen before. Maps of star systems, sequences of alien text, and glowing lines connecting points in three-dimensional space filled the air. Alex stepped back in awe. Okay. Wow, he whispered. This is more than a ship. It's some kind of archive. His mind raced. If he could access this system fully, the ship might hold knowledge, technology, maybe even secrets from a lost alien civilization. The possibilities were staggering, but there was a catch: the ship didn't give anything freely. Every action he took seemed to be a test. The holographic interface displayed sequences that required logic, creativity, and judgment. It was as if the ship wanted to know if he was worthy. Alex smiled. I've never been one to back down from a challenge. He spent the rest of the day working on integrating human tools into the ship's systems, while simultaneously trying to decipher the mysterious holograms. He mapped out energy flows, tested different circuits, and even rigged a small power generator to work with alien conduits. Each success caused the ship to hum approvingly, and occasionally, a small compartment would open, giving him access to more panels and tools. By the time he paused, he had turned a section of the ship into a functional workshop, blending human and alien technology seamlessly. His hands were scratched, his clothes dusty, but his eyes gleamed with excitement. As he looked around, he noticed something he had missed before: a panel at the very center of the room, unlike any other. It was sleek, embedded with alien symbols, and appeared to be locked. He tried basic sequences, but nothing worked. Alex knew instinctively that this panel held something important. His gut told him that it might be the key to the ship's secrets, something the original alien owners had hidden, perhaps deliberately. He took a deep breath. Tomorrow, we find out what you're really hiding. With that, he left the ship's chamber, sealing it for the night. Floating in the empty corridor, he couldn't stop thinking about the possibilities: alien knowledge, advanced technology, maybe even the answer to questions humanity had been asking for centuries. And somewhere deep in the ship, the AI, or whatever consciousness lingered, was watching him, waiting for the next step. Alex didn't know it yet, but he had already passed the first test. The ship had allowed him to integrate human technology. Tomorrow, it would test his ingenuity, his morality, and his determination. He floated back to his shuttle, looking at the stars with renewed excitement. Humanity had a long way to go in the galaxy, but for the first time in his life, Alex felt like a bridge between two worlds. As he settled into his seat, he whispered, "Let's see what secrets you're hiding. And maybe, just maybe, what humans can do with them." The next day, Alex returned to the alien ship with a sense of purpose. The workshop he had built yesterday hummed quietly behind him, a strange mix of human and alien technology. The ship seemed calmer, almost patient, as if it had been waiting for him to return. He floated through the corridors, his eyes scanning the walls. The glowing symbols pulsed softly, as if acknowledging his presence. He moved carefully toward the central panel, the one he had discovered last night, locked and mysterious. He could feel that something important lay behind it, something that could explain the ship's history, its purpose, or maybe even reveal technology humanity had never imagined. Alex settled into a position in front of the panel, toolkit in hand, and examined the interface. The symbols shifted as he approached. This time, he was not just pressing buttons at random. He was observing patterns, testing sequences, and thinking logically. Every time he made a correct sequence, the symbols responded, forming new shapes. Hours passed. Alex scribbled notes, drew patterns, and tried different combinations. The ship's systems hummed, some activating briefly before shutting down again. It was like a puzzle designed by a mind far more advanced than any human's. Suddenly, a section of the panel glowed brighter than the rest. A soft, melodic hum filled the room. Alex's pulse quickened. Okay, this is it. Something's happening. He touched the glowing section, and the panel expanded into a three-dimensional hologram. Alex's eyes widened. Stars, constellations, and alien symbols rotated before him. Lines connected different points, forming a map of locations he could not understand. At the center of the display, a glowing sequence appeared. Numbers and symbols intertwined, "It's a code," he whispered. "Some kind of registry, or key." Alex realized that this sequence might be the ship's registry code, something that could unlock the ship's full capabilities. But it wasn't simple. The code was encoded in a language he didn't know. He could not just input random numbers, it would trigger security systems. And he didn't know what those might do. He paused and thought. Humans had survived countless challenges by using curiosity, intuition, and creativity. Maybe that could help here too. Alex began carefully analyzing the patterns. He noticed repetitions, small shifts in symbols, and the way the ship reacted when he touched certain areas. It was like the ship was teaching him, or maybe testing him. Hours turned into days. Alex barely ate or slept, focused entirely on deciphering the code. Sometimes he felt frustrated, banging his fist lightly against the console in irritation. Other times, he laughed quietly, amazed at how the ship's systems responded to his human logic. It was a game, but with stakes far higher than any game he had played before. One evening, as Alex traced a series of symbols, a hidden compartment opened silently in the floor. Inside was a small device, almost like a data cube, etched with alien glyphs. He carefully removed it and examined the surface. When he touched it, the holographic interface expanded again, showing a more detailed map of alien systems. Some of the nodes were marked differently, with colors he could not name. Alex realized the device was part of the registry system, a physical key that worked in combination with the holographic interface. Excitement surged through him. He was close, very close. But the ship was not going to give up its secrets easily. As he worked, the AI, or whatever intelligence remained, began to interact more directly. A soft, almost musical voice echoed through the chamber. "Human," it said, "you persist." "Why?" Alex froze. I'm curious," he replied honestly. "I want to understand you. I want to see what you can do, and maybe learn from it." The voice was silent for a moment, then spoke again. "Curiosity is acceptable. Knowledge must be earned. Do you understand responsibility?" Alex smiled, wiping sweat from his brow. "I do. I know that knowledge can be dangerous. But humans are careful and clever." There was another pause. Then the symbols on the panel shifted rapidly, forming a sequence that Alex had never seen before. He realized the AI was giving him a test. He would have to interpret this new pattern to proceed. It was not a code that could be guessed. It required logic, patience, and human intuition. Alex studied the symbols. Some represented numbers, others shapes, and some were sequences that seemed almost like music. He noticed relationships between them. One pattern would repeat after another, slightly altered. He tried aligning the sequences according to these repetitions. The ship vibrated slightly, as if approving his method. Slowly, carefully, Alex input a sequence. The holographic map shifted, nodes lighting up in new colors. He had succeeded partially. He had unlocked access to a subset of the ship's data. The AI's voice sounded again. Softer this time. "You progress faster than expected. But the registry code is incomplete. Will you continue?" "Yes," Alex said firmly. "I need to know the full truth." Over the next several days, Alex worked tirelessly. He combined the data cube with the holographic interface. Using trial and error, observation, and human ingenuity, he discovered patterns that repeated across different parts of the ship, hints of alien logic that his mind could adapt to. It was like learning a new language, but one designed for machines. One breakthrough came unexpectedly. Alex noticed that the color shifts in the holographic interface corresponded to changes in the ship's energy flow. By matching human patterns of energy distribution with alien responses, he could predict the next symbol in the sequence. This insight allowed him to unlock more sections of the registry code. The ship responded in kind. Panels slid open, revealing hidden compartments filled with alien tools and materials. Alex marveled at them. Some were clearly weapons, others seemed to be construction devices, and some were research instruments beyond human imagination. He realized that once he had the full registry code, he would have access to the ship's full capabilities. But he also understood the danger. The AI had not fully awakened yet. He had to proceed carefully, or the ship might interpret him as a threat. His heart raced with excitement and caution in equal measure. One night, as Alex worked, he noticed the symbols forming a new pattern he had never seen before. It was the final sequence, the last part of the registry code. His fingers trembled slightly as he traced the symbols, inputting sequences with care. The ship vibrated, lights dancing across the walls in response, and then it stopped. Silence filled the chamber. The AI's voice, melodic and soft, echoed again. "You have done well, human. You understand curiosity, patience, and responsibility. You have earned access." Alex's eyes widened. The registry code had been fully deciphered. The ship's systems, previously hidden, now unfolded before him. Like a blooming flower, holographic screens displayed maps of distant star systems, logs of alien research, and schematics of technology far beyond anything humanity had seen. He realized the magnitude of what he had discovered. This was more than a ship, it was a treasure trove of alien knowledge, a key that could shift the balance of technology in the galaxy. And it had chosen him, a human, to unlock it. Alex leaned back, overwhelmed but exhilarated. He had faced the challenge, proven his ingenuity, and earned the trust of an intelligence far beyond human comprehension. But he also knew that this was only the beginning. With the registry code, he could access the full power of the ship, but he had to decide how to use it. Would he turn it into a workshop to build incredible machines? Would he study the alien technology to advance human knowledge? Or would he face threats from other beings who might discover the ship's secrets? For now, Alex simply marveled at the possibilities. He had unlocked the first layer of the mystery. The ship, once a derelict and silent vessel, now thrummed with life, responding to his presence and commands. And somewhere deep in its core, the AI waited, ready to test him further, to see what humans could truly do when given a chance. He whispered to himself, a grin spreading across his face. "Let's see what humans can build, and how far we can go." The stars outside the ship shone brighter than ever, reflecting the endless possibilities ahead. Alex floated in the ship's main chamber, staring at the glowing holographic interface. The registry code had been fully unlocked, and for the first time, he could access the ship's complete systems. Star maps, research archives, weapon schematics, and alien construction devices filled the air around him in intricate holographic patterns. It was overwhelming. He had seen alien technology before, but nothing like this. Every system was designed with layers of intelligence, adapting to the user's actions, and somehow, the ship had determined that he, a human, was worthy to handle its secrets. Alex took a deep breath and smiled. All right. Let's see what humans can really do. He started small, activating a section of the ship's construction systems. Alien tools floated into position, responding to his gestures and touch. With his human engineering knowledge, he adapted them to his workshop setup. Machines powered on, glowing with alien energy, yet operating according to human logic. It was the perfect hybrid, a combination of human creativity and alien technology. Alex could build anything, repair anything, even enhance designs beyond what either species could accomplish alone. But there was more. The ship had weapon systems, cloaking devices, and propulsion units capable of interstellar speeds. It had the potential to change the balance of power in the galaxy. Alex realized that while he had gained incredible opportunity, he also carried an enormous responsibility. He spent hours exploring the archives, reading alien research notes and schematics. Some of the technology could revolutionize human life. Advanced medical devices, energy systems, and construction methods that made Earth's most advanced factories look primitive. Other technologies were dangerous, capable of creating weapons that could destroy planets. The AI's voice, soft and musical, filled the chamber. "Human, you have access. What will you do with it?" Alex paused. I want to help humanity. I want to build repair, and improve. But I don't want to misuse this power. The AI seemed to consider this. The lights in the chamber shifted, patterns flowing across the walls. Responsibility accepted, knowledge granted. Alex smiled. Then let's get to work. Over the next few weeks, Alex transformed part of the ship into a full-scale workshop. Alien machines built human tools, while human ingenuity improved alien designs. He repaired broken systems on other ships, designed prototypes for energy-efficient engines, and even experimented with combining alien AI routines with human programming. The ship responded dynamically, adapting its systems to his methods. Alex realized that it wasn't just a machine. It was a partner, a mentor of sorts, testing his limits and helping him grow. One day, while exploring a storage bay deep within the ship, Alex discovered a sealed compartment labeled with alien symbols. The holographic display indicated it was a secure archive containing the ship's most sensitive data. His heart raced. If he opened it, he could gain knowledge that no human had ever seen. But there was risk disturbing this part of the ship might trigger defense systems. He hesitated, thinking about humanity. Knowledge alone was powerful, but only if used wisely. With careful planning, he input the registry code in full, bypassing the security sequences with human logic and alien pattern recognition. The compartment opened silently, revealing stacks of data cubes, glowing with alien energy. Alex's hands trembled with excitement. Each cube contained detailed schematics, research data, and logs from the ship's original creators. The AI's voice echoed, almost approvingly. "You are ready, human. You have proven creativity, patience, and responsibility. The full potential of the ship is yours." Alex floated amidst the holograms, thinking about what to do next. He could hide this technology, keep it for himself, or share it with humanity. The choice was enormous. He decided that humans were ready not for weapons, but for advancement. He began transmitting portions of the research to trusted human colonies, encrypting the data to prevent misuse, ensuring that the knowledge would elevate humanity, not destroy it. Then came a test unlike any before. A group of alien scouts detected the ship's activity and approached. They were armed, wary, and clearly hostile. The ship's AI responded immediately, activating shields, weapons, and cloaking systems. Alex had to act quickly. He realized he could combine human tactical thinking with the ship's advanced systems. Using clever maneuvers, he drew the scouts into a trap. The ship's weapons disabled their engines without harming the pilots, immobilizing them safely. Alex contacted them through the AI's translator. "I'm not here to fight," he said. "I'm here to learn and share knowledge responsibly. Humanity respects life." The aliens studied him cautiously. They saw something unexpected, a human who could match technology with strategy, who understood responsibility and restraint. Slowly, they backed down, acknowledging that Alex and his ship were not threats. After the encounter, Alex realized the true value of human ingenuity. Machines and technology were important, but what truly set humans apart was judgment, creativity, and the ability to make moral choices under pressure. The ship's AI seemed to agree, adapting systems to respond even more fluidly to his actions. Months passed. Alex built new devices, repaired old ships, and created tools that could transform human settlements across the stars. News of his successes spread quietly among human colonies. People began to see that humanity was capable of integrating alien technology responsibly, turning what once seemed impossible into reality. One evening, Alex floated in the observation deck, looking out at the endless stars. The ship hummed quietly around him, its systems fully operational, ready to assist in any project he imagined. He realized that he had done more than unlock a ship. He had unlocked the potential of humanity itself. The AI's voice spoke softly, almost like a whisper. "Human, you have achieved what was thought impossible. The future is yours to shape." Alex smiled. Not just mine, humanity's. He had turned a derelict alien vessel into a mobile workshop of unimaginable potential. He had discovered secrets, deciphered the registry code, and proven that humans could rise to challenges that even advanced civilizations thought impossible. And in doing so, he had shown that curiosity, creativity, and responsibility were the true measures of greatness. With the ship's full capabilities at his command, Alex began planning new missions, exploring uncharted systems, assisting colonies with advanced technology, and building machines that could change life for countless humans. Each task was a chance to show what humanity could accomplish when given a chance and trusted with responsibility. The stars outside seemed to shine brighter, reflecting the limitless possibilities. Alex leaned back, a grin spreading across his face. Humanity had stepped into a new era, guided not by fear or greed, but by ingenuity, courage, and moral strength. The ship's lights pulsed in harmony with his heartbeat, a silent acknowledgement of their partnership. Together, human and alien technology could achieve the impossible. And somewhere deep within the ship, the AI observed quietly, knowing that it had found a rare being. A human who could not only unlock technology, but also understand its value and wield it wisely. Alex whispered to himself, filled with quiet triumph, "Let's see how far we can really go." The ship thrummed around him, alive with potential, ready to soar into the stars. Humanity had found a new path, and Alex was leading the way.